Testing. Okay. So, hi. It's been so long since I've done this and my husband isn't home. Hey. Yeah, so like I was saying, hi. Oh yeah, so excited to see you guys. It's been so long since I've done this and my husband isn't home because he's taking someone to the airport. So I am like fully in charge of like, as you can see, my tech stuff. And I don't like how far my head is turned to read everything. So second. I'm just trying to I'll be in. All right, there's my chat. Okay. Like I gotta see the chat without like just turning my head. So, how are you guys? I am eating. I hope that's okay. I got off work at 9 today, and then I got home and I was watching also Nard Dog's live stream. Or I keep saying Nard Dog because of The Office. Nard Villain. Nard Villain's live stream for the build we did last time. He didn't get to our builds. It'll be on his Thursday stream on Twitch, but we did chat and stuff like that. So I was watching his stream, and then I went to work because I worked from 5 to 9 or 8:30, and then I got home. So I just made dinner. So I have fish sticks and my vitamins and my water. So I'm gonna be eating tonight. So full disclosure, I did not fix the Bella alien skin thing yet because I had to take an unexpected, it was kind of a vacation, but it was unplanned. So, because of that, I didn't get to like edit each different thing. So I have a few ideas. There's this thing on Facebook this lady made. It was so funny. She made a post in one of the Sims 4 groups. I'm in like 12. And she said that she was traveling in like this like Swedish town on work, and she's from the United States, and she happened upon a festival that looked like one of the Sims city living festivals and stuff like that. And she said that, oh, hang on a second. My sound is not right. So she said it felt like she had like one of those moments of, oh man, where's the, okay, I don't want to have an audio thing. Anyways, so she said she felt like, okay, yeah, there's game sound. Okay, cool. So she said that she felt like it, I love this build. I cannot wait for them to tour it. Anyways, she said that it felt like she was in like a Sims, like one of those like moments where it's like, is this real or I'm in a simulation? So I wanted to make her, and then I wanted to put her in like Norhaven, where, because you know they have festivals there too, don't they? Originally I wanted to do that because I told her, I said, I feel like I want to add you to my Sims game and make you like a random townie and see if you like pop up at a festival. I thought it would be really funny. But also it's Pride Month, so I want to do like Pride things maybe instead this month. Also, I want to take characters from my other series and like my medieval series and modernize them and put them in this world too, as like kind of nods to the different types of challenges I've done. So we have a couple of options. I do have, let me go into Cass. So I have this one sim. So you guys kind of let me know what sounds the most interesting today. But I have this one sim who was one of my most favorite sims when I used to play by myself without being online or anything like that. This sim is super dear to my heart, and it's a trans sim that I made a long time ago. And it's one of my most favorite sims, and I was thinking about remaking them, like changing them up and then putting them in this world and coming up with a story for them. So let me show you guys. And this is when I used to play with Alpha CC. So they won't transfer with a lot of things. But I also have some Sims on here, like my kids made, we could edit. So this Sim right here, the Rose, I was doing my own legacy and I was on like Gen 6. And this Sim was born femme and was trans, more kind of like gender fluid, but eventually went to trans male. And this is their mom. But it's like one of my most favorite Sims in the world. I just think it's like beautiful bone structure. I loved their quirky style. They were like kind of a chic urban fashionista in a way that was like androgynous, and it was just gorgeous. So I was thinking we could add them to our world if you guys are interested in doing that, because I need to, their smile is so big. Yeah, this is my old Sim self. So that's something I thought about doing. Yeah, I used to play with a lot of Alpha CC. This is like my family back in the day. My first Sim I ever made was for my sister because she struggled making herself. So this was like my generic base for her to use. I don't make Sims like that anymore. And I think this was my first ever Sim self. So I'm thinking, I think my kid made that one. Anyways, so I am thinking that's what I want to do, if you guys are down for it. Replace. I can't remember what their name was, but we can change everything. Key, yeah, it was Key Rose. And I was just like, this is one of the most just like beautiful people I've ever made. And it's such a good base. I was thinking about doing that now that we have the actual features of being able to do like a pride character. Well, not character, it's a person, but in the game it's a character. So since we actually get to, yeah. So physical frame is feminine, clothes preference is masculine, can become pregnant because they never got like that done. But I also allowed them to use the toilet standing up. They're interested, I think they were interested in women originally and not exploring, and only interested in women. The boundaries, okay. I'll let the boundaries stay. So I thought that was really fun that we get to do that for them. But I feel like they, them, he, and she, like, I guess I can do that. They, them. I don't want to write all that, but you get what I'm saying. They accept they, them, and he and she. So if I say he at any point, this character was fine with that. So originally, this character was not a part of my personal legacy. Hi! This person was a neighbor in my game to my Sim. I did this like whole story about how my Sim was stolen away by her aunt. So I was like playing with the El Salvadorado pack, whatever that was, Jungle Avenger. And I came across an artifact. My Sim got poisoned, and the Sim had a toddler at home. So I pretended she was cursed from the ancient artifact, and my Sim exiled her whole family. And then herself, and then her son was raised by her aunt, and then they had a child, like not together, but that Sim had a child, the son. And so anyways, the grandchild of the crazy Sim was the neighbor of this Sim, and they ended up being attracted to each other. So I played with this character and I customized them, and they were just one of my most favorite characters. So I always come back to adding the Sim to my game. I actually think like I have a lot of characters based on them, but they're very happy, but they like to be alone. And they're just very like, yeah, and but they know who they are. So that's kind of their speed. And I'm really looking forward to adding them to the game. I guess I should put some clothes on because we're on stream. So I'm glad you guys aren't like against me doing that, because I really don't care. I'm just gonna put something on them for now. But they're really chic. And now that we have that like Archon, I don't know how to say it, the arrival kit. Sorry, I'm caffeinated and I haven't done this in a while, so I'm nervous in a good way. I think that Archeron arrival kit would be really good for this Sim. But I'm going to give them favorite things to do, because they really liked dancing and gardening. I was using Basemental at the time, and my Sim, who this one had fell in love with, grew a marijuana farm. It was legal though, because you know in the Basemental mod you can make it like illegal and legal in different worlds. It was legal. But that's how they made their living. So that's kind of like an homage to that. So yeah, the sim, it was a fun sim. Likes photography. But I have been thinking about my lot challenge, and I am so ready to build a robot, guys. If you're watching that, I'm so into that. I've been thinking about it. I've been watching the back catalog of Dr. Gluon's Tiny Town, and he just built his robot, and I was talking to my kids because we love to watch Dr. Gluon together. And I was like, I really need to build my robot in my challenge. Like, I've been waiting way too long. Oh, this is cool. I've never done this. Way of life. Sims. Oh, cool. This sim is attracted to smart sims. Healthy sims. Very, yeah, charismatic. Sense of humor. I feel like that's for sure. We don't like people who are married or slackers for sure. Oh, I love this. I hate that it took me so long to do this. I don't want to go through all of them, but I think that's a good amount of who they are. Okay, so Key is, like I said, a fashionista, like as in the sense of very chic. So I have 2 kids. One is 7 and one is about to be 13. So I'm in the thick of it. We are actually on my plate today. I have vitamins because we're trying to have another kid. It's not been successful, but just trying. I'm 33, so I want to do that rotten berry challenge so bad, but I have so much on my plate. Like, I would do that. I was just like, hang on. I'm really hungry. Yeah, I want to do that rotten berry challenge so bad, but I just have so much. So I'm trying to decide, because the Crybaby Whims challenge is going to take me a while. I'm about to start Gen 2. So thank you. The only reason I'm speaking about trying, because I'm positive that if I keep saying, like, it might happen, you know what I mean? Like, just keeping that positive mindset. Ugh. Sorry, I hated that. For this sim, I don't hate this. I actually really like this, but I hate it for the sim, so I went, ugh. Kind of like the black, though. I feel like it's kind of chic. But, yeah, maybe it'll happen. But as for the Rotten Berry Challenge, I'm trying to find, when does it make sense for me to start that challenge? Maybe when I get, like, a floor done, or 2 floors done in the lot challenge. Because I think that lot challenge is not more than I can chew, because I have so much fun playing it, but it is going to take a lot longer than I ever thought originally, because I really do want to try to go 3 up and 3 down. Like, why not? I don't like any of these tops. Okay. And the light sheet. You know what? Let's just do all the kits. I want to start using things I don't often use. So I'm going to click on, oh, those are whatever. Who cares? I'll click on all the kits. But, what is it called? Ooh, I kind of like that. I feel like they wore something like this once in that color, with like a good jean, because they don't mind. So even though they are, I guess they are trans, but they're more like aesthetically androgynous, but identity wise, they just feel fluid. You know, they're very fluid. So I don't think that they totally hate that they were born in a feminine body, because they love that they have life. They don't hate their life, but they did feel more comfortable in, you know, being, you know, transitioning to a him and all that. But I don't think, like, it's, you know, this one didn't have top surgery, so I don't think it, like, they don't hate, you know, who their body is anymore. Like, they're confident in who they are. So I remember playing around with that a lot, and I just loved this sim so much. I like these jeans. But, I'm rambling. I'm gonna call it, what? I thought that was a toothbrush. That's a paintbrush. I was like, why is there a toothbrush on pants? The, Rotten Berry challenge looks so fun. Like the funnest thing. And what a Dr. Gluon concept, right? Like there is, I kind of like this for like key lime pie. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe I'll place them somewhere tropical. But yeah, what a challenge. Dr. Gluon is such a savage. He's so funny. Like those shoes. So funny. We spent today watching him while we were catching up on some work around the house. Work outfit. What have you guys been up to? How has it been? I know it's been a while. We had, like I said, we had a little family, just little thing go on that we needed to get away for a little bit. And so we did. I was not planning it. I did pre-record 2 lot challenges, so I was happy that I got something I could post. I don't like to let you guys down when I say I'm going to do something, but obviously, you know, everyone knows I do this on the side. What color? I kind of like green, but also the black. We'll do black. And then I had to work today. I've been catching up on work since I didn't have a weekend where I was working. I know, I think I told you guys, I do wedding makeup. So I've been doing trials here and there, but I've been full swing weddings. I've already done like 20. And I am already tired. I love my job. It makes me very happy. I'm just tired. I love this outfit. This is totally key. I'll do their features after. I just want them dressed. Because I know their style. Sometimes they have long hair, sometimes they have short hair, just depending on what they're in the mood for. They love their bunny slippers. We do not need socks. How old are they? Oh, they're a young adult in this version. Yeah, we'll keep the young adult version. Why not? When we met Key originally, they were an adult. Well, oh, I haven't played that yet. I want to do that one day. I was thinking, so I'm trying to decide if I want to do Twitch or not. Like, I think I want to stay on YouTube Live. I feel like YouTube Live is just, like, my husband's been telling me a lot of people he knows stop doing. Yeah, I'm a bridal makeup artist. I started off in special effects and television, and like I've done makeup for HGTV. Not like I'm credited. I was hired to come to the set and do makeup. I'm not in the credits, but I've done makeup for HGTV and things like that. I really like this cozy grandpa vibe. I don't know what kid it's from, but whatever. I like this. My work last year was in Vogue. Again, not credited. I did New York Fashion Week, and I worked underneath the lead makeup artist who is credited, but my model was in Vogue 4 or 5 times. So that is my work, and it was in Vogue. So that's cool. I really thought that they would be leaking, but I'm not liking it on this body. I don't know. The ruffles don't look right. I haven't seen this on a sim yet. That's so funny. Yeah, I really love my job. It makes me very, very happy. But it can be very emotional. Obviously, it's a wedding. Oh, yeah, I forgot I got this. Yeah. Maybe one day Sims will be my job, though. I mean, even if it's just us having Sims Club, that will be fun. But I would quit. I love doing makeup. I really do. My job brings me so much happiness because I get to see people in their sweetest moments. Like, I don't really get that many bridezillas. I've been doing it for 11 years. I usually have a positive, beautiful experience. Like, it's really beautiful. But, if I could do this and play video games and just, well, not even video games, Sims, Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Dreamlight Valley. Like, that is, like, the extent of it. If I could just play video games and talk to, like, other people about, like, just anything, I would do this. It would make me so happy. Ooh, that's kind of cool. What does the color waves look like? I like that. Different. I'm trying to find like ways to use things I never use. Like that's kind of the point I think of this doing our own save file with lore video kind of is, other than me using my skin details and my hair, I don't want to use too many cast items, you know, CC. I want to use stuff that came with the game. I actually think these pants kind of work too because of the weird, I don't know, it's kind of like futuristic like fashion. No, I'm gonna try it. Why not? Ooh, combat boots would be so. Whatchamacallit one? Sorry guys, I get distracted like a squirrel. Ugh, I hate when pants do that. I thought that was only a CC thing though. I didn't know you could do that with Sims stuff. My jaw. Last month I got Botox in my jaw for clenching because I broke 2 teeth last year from clenching. That's cool. This is cool. That's totally key. And it's finally kicked in. And everybody's like, your face looks slimmer. I have not lost weight. It's 100%. I think Key would love to go scuba diving and snorkeling. Anyways, it's because of the Botox in my jaw to help me not break my teeth anymore, you know? That'd be great. Key lime pie. I think I'm gonna go green. And looks like you were wearing something on the feminine frame for this outfit. Maybe really like that. Maybe in blue? Maybe we just change the color swatch of the shoes. Where are your shoes at? Or just go to these. That's fun. And beanie, yellow sneakers. Okay, let's see what I can match with that. Yeah, I broke 2 teeth and cracked 1 from clenching. And insurance wouldn't, like, I cannot even tell you the nightmare I've had. Actually, really wonder, can I make this work? I'm gonna see. Anyway, so it was a nightmare. I still have 1 tooth to get fixed. I've gotten the rest fixed, but my friend is a nurse practitioner and she has switched over to doing aesthetics. I think yellow pants might be better. She has switched over to doing aesthetics, and she told me, like, have you thought about getting Botox there in your masseter? I don't know the muscle, but the muscle here. And so I've gotten Botox in my forehead before. I've lost 110 pounds. I've gained some of it back, but I had weight loss surgery 3 years ago. 3 years ago in 5 days. That's my anniversary. But oh, that's kind of cool. Red. Okay, going a different direction. Anyways, so I got Botox in my forehead because I felt like my face just changed so much after that rapid weight loss. It was just, I didn't feel like myself. So I only got it right here. I can still move everything. It's very mild. I get it once every 18 months. I do it very modestly. It's more so to just like maintain since I lost a lot of weight. So she asked me if I would consider doing it in my jaw because she said it'll help with me clenching, and it has. But the amount they have to put in the muscle there, and this muscle she said is like thicker on this side of my face. The amount she had to put in made my face feel like someone punched me. Botox does not hurt at all. But because it's meant to relax your muscle, not freeze it. Like up here, it's meant to freeze it, but right here, it's meant to relax. It's totally different things. So because it's meant to relax your muscle, and I'm so used to being like anxious and clamped, learning how to like unclamp was so painful for me. Like it felt like for days that someone was punching me in my face. And I don't think it was the Botox. I do think it's because it made my muscle relax and my face was like, whoa, what do we do? So yeah, that was an experience that I had and it was rough. But now I'm a month out and it feels amazing. I don't clench my teeth anymore when I sleep. My husband, I never really snored loud, but he said I would like make noise. I don't do any of that. I don't have like any pain. For a while I would bite my lip because of the difference in the jaw. Like the first week I bit my lip a lot. And so I know you guys might know, like I have a mild lisp. I feel like that's better too which is crazy. Like I've noticed ooh, this would be a really good hair for Key. So yeah, it was worth it. But I remember, so I don't know if you guys follow Deli. You probably do. She's huge. But Deli got it done at the same, like a few months, way before me actually, like 4 months or 5 months ago. But right around the time my friend was recommending it to me, and hers was botched. She went to a doctor and they injected her wrong, which is an accident. You know, you can miss the muscle if you're not paying attention. So I got so scared to try it, but I had already booked my appointment. I was like, you know what? I trust my nurse practitioner. I have been seeing them for 3 years, so I trust them. And she's never, you know, we're not in the same country. And it was, I mean, so I don't get my hair done. I don't do anything girly, but it was like under $300. And if it lasts me a year and it stops me from breaking my teeth, worth it. So she said it kind of works like therapy, like physical therapy. She said most people get it done 3 times and never have to do it again because your body learns how to readjust that muscle from clenching. But you have to, like, I had to do tongue exercises and jaw exercises. It's really weird, but I do them to help. And basically I'm retraining that muscle, how not to clench. So I'm hoping that I go back in February next year and get it done again. And then I would get it done maybe that it's like I'm getting it done every 8 to 10 months, based on how quickly it wears away. But right now we're projected to go to February. And then, so if I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't get my hair done, I don't get my nails done, I don't buy new shoes. Like I'm very low maintenance. So when you think about it, it was like, and plus like my insurance co-pays for like physical therapy and stuff. Like every time I go to the doctor, it's $80. You know what I mean? And I'm paid, I want to say I paid like 270-ish something. It was under 300, but totally worth it for me. But you got to trust your professionals. Oh, how did I miss a formal outfit? That was weird. So we only have one femme outfit right here. Everything else is pretty androgynous. So maybe we'll do a femme. Well, they give it me masculine. Maybe we'll just look at both. Key is very confident. Like, they know who they are. It took them a long time to figure out. But once they learned who they were very confident and proud to be, you know, in their skin, living this life, you know? So, ooh, that is very sleek. Like, without the pinstripe, this would be really good. Yeah, my friend, so she's a nurse first, you know what I mean? So there's some injectors who will fill you up and make you look super artificial. My friend will never do that. All her clients, she tells them when it's I think this is going to be perfect if it comes in the right color wave. You know, she tells them when it's too much. I like black. And she won't take their money. She won't do the things that they want to do if it doesn't make sense for their body. So I really, really trust her. And like I said, I've had a great experience, but learning how to, the first week I was slurring so much. It was embarrassing. Like I could not move my mouth in accordance to like the new structure. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I haven't lost weight. It's just my face is slimmer because that muscle is like that. So it's, I don't know. It feels really good. Sorry, I'm rambling about me. You please tell me about anything. We can play a word game if you can think of something. I don't have any music on today. My husband helps me with that. I'm really sorry I don't have it. All right. So I love this hair for Key. Usually Key has a short, fun do. And occasionally when I played Key as they got older, sometimes they would get extensions. Key's wife in the other save file on my other PC had a baby with Santa. Santa was our donor. And then out of nowhere, I came back. I think it was when they did neighborhood stories. And then Key had a baby as well, but it didn't have a parent, like another parent other than Key. So that was really fun. And then that's when I decided Key was like growing out their hair and stuff like that to braid their hair because Key had a daughter and Key would braid their daughter's hair and then grew their hair out to braid their daughter. You know, it was just cute. So I like this one too, but I think I'm going to stick with that one. Sometimes they have brown eyes. Sometimes they have hazel eyes, depending on the way I'm playing. Yes, she's like, we're friends now. Like I said, I've been seeing her for 3 years, but I only go like once. I go once every 6 months, but I only get this done every 18 months, my forehead. I did just get it done, like, but prior to that, it had been 18 months. And then just other things like skincare stuff. She's a wonderful person. Like, I really do love her so much. That's how I try to be as a makeup artist. I don't tell people they have to do things my way because it's my style or my signature. I try my best to be like, well, this is my ability and this is what I recommend, and I can customize it to your wants. You know, managing your expectations is important, but at the same time, like, I do try to be flexible and be like, this is what I can do for you. And if it's something I can't do, I'm honest about it and I recommend somebody else. Because, like, it hurts me more lying, saying I can do something. You know what I mean? Having a bad reputation. I don't know if I want green eyes. I think I like brown. All right, let's go to skin details real fast. This fish stick is like the best thing I've eaten. It's been so long since I ate today. I feel like this is the skin I've used for them before. They're supposed to have monolids though, so I'd need to make sure the one I do has monolids. That is my primary concern. And I think I have a, there we go. Probably that. And lashes, oh, too much. Soft and probably straight lashes would make the most sense. I feel like lashes might need to be updated. That looks good. Yeah, I try to really surround myself with people who are just genuine when it comes to that, you know, like honesty. You get a lot farther when you're just like truthful, you know? But I know some people are like trained to lie or conditioned to lie based on their life experiences. So I also try not to be overly critical either. You know what I mean? You don't know where people come from. I was in the army, so I've seen people from all walks of life that I never, you know, thought was a thing. Oh, oh my gosh, Key is so beautiful. Which one do I like? That one. Kind of makes them look sick though. I can't decide now. Back away. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Quickly look at makeup. I wish they had a softer mascara. I mean eyeliner. Like even this one I downloaded isn't soft enough, but I do feel like this eyeliner is their signature for sure. And then maybe a gloss on the formal. And then for some reason swimwear it had this full face, and that's unnecessary. And then for this one, bye. Yeah, I will be early next Monday too. I was late. So you have a great day and I will see you guys soon. And videos should be back to normal schedule this week. If I miss one, please forgive me, but everything should be back to normal schedule. Hope you have a good night. Pretty. This is a better version of that pink makeup. Now I want it for this outfit. Cold weather, check. Did it change everything? Nope. Okay, just the eyes. Perfect. And then maybe like a little blush. Are you guys doing any challenges in Sims or have any storylines going? Hmm. Okay. I love this so much. I feel like it should be paler though, because it's wintertime, so it kind of gets you a different kind of pink. Not that it really matters. It's The Sims, but... All right, this is Key. I'm so excited. And this is their mom, Amy. They have different last names. I don't know why. I just decided. All right, Amy. Oh, yeah, she was a mean mom. Oh, I'm going to make her nice in this story. We'll give her a redemption. Make her a loving mother. Super parent. She gets a different story in this save file. Oh, how many generations deep are you? Like, what number are you on? I really love it when you, like, go around and they have, you know, grandparents and stuff like that. That makes me so happy. All right. I'm going to make her a foodie.
Oh, noom.
And I'm going to make her generous. And she can be cheerful like Key. Amy gets a whole makeover from last time. I think the story was that she didn't accept Key, is what I think I did. So Key ran. Oh, Key should wear this. Why couldn't I find that before? Oh, because it's a feminine frame. That's why. Okay. Oh, Key would look good in this too. Okay. Oh, well. That's fine. Oh my goodness. 10. Way to go. That is such an achievement. Like, the first time I did that was only a few years ago. Seriously. Like, I played the Not So Berry Challenge. That was the first time I got to 10 generations. It took me 8 months. Literally took me 8 months. This is a nice top. Why does her... You know what I mean? Okay, hang on a second. This is a normal body. You know what I mean? This is a normal body. There's nothing wrong with it. But why that? You know what I mean? Like, why? That's not how the body looks. Without, you know what I mean? Oh, I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I'm just really upset. I really like this top. Like, she deserves to be able to be her body and fit comfortably in a top. Kind of cute, you know? This one's better. Maybe we'll do this one. Maybe mom is super girly in a cutesy way. No CC today. I almost clicked something CC even though I said that. I don't know how pants are going to fit mom, though. That's the problem. Oh. Yeah, it took me 8 months to get to mine, level 10. That's why whenever I realized, number one, I took like three-month breaks, so 6 months altogether since starting back YouTube. So it's been technically, yeah, it's been 2 years this October, but it's really been, you know, a year and a half of content. And my Crybaby Whims challenge, I'm still on Gen 1, but I'm like, you know what? That tracks because, like, I got all these things to meet. I only play it once or twice a week. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like every time I play The Sims, I'm playing that one challenge. Of course, it's taking me forever. But I also couldn't play only one challenge and post that all the time because it gets so boring for me. I need to have multiple like things going on. I get really bored. I really don't want to change her body, but I'm so deeply offended by the way these things are fitting this body. It makes me upset. Like, it's not fair. As someone who used to weigh almost 300 pounds and I lost 100 pounds, I'm kind of deeply offended. Like, this is really peeving me off. I think everyone should feel pretty and beautiful, and I want Amy to feel pretty and beautiful. Why all the wavy lines? Let me not put this directly in my eyeball. Okay. Did I take my vitamins? No, I didn't. Okay. I'm waiting to take them till right before I get off because they have melatonin in them and I don't want to get too tired. So who have you guys been watching on YouTube? I always want to know. Maybe this could work. I feel like there's so many simmers out there. Like, I barely know any of them. Like, I watch a lot, though. You know what I mean? I feel like I watch a lot. Kind of like this. We'll do this. Maybe. Actually, that kind of works. They are... Not that I... You know how I play Sims? I say it's not Asia. I don't play the world. It's a made-up world to me. But they are, like, an Asian family. The monoliths will be needed for the mom as well. I imagined... I want to say they were, like, inspired from... when I made them, like a Thai model, if I'm not mistaken. I love glue-on so much. Like, so much. You know what would make me feel like a YouTube simmer, like a simmer YouTuber, is if I one day could do a collab with glue-on or Nard Villain. They're my favorite. Like, Nard Villain shorts are so funny. I literally die so much. They're so funny. And I just can't help it. It's just the funniest thing in the world. Like, I like that chaos. That's why I think I have, like, wild stories. Like, I like the drama. I like the chaos, the crazy, the pause, use a mod, do something crazy, and be like, surprise! This crazy thing happened. I love this. This is what they're gonna wear. Okay. Yep. I love crazy. And, oh, those shoes are good. I'll do her hair last too. I'm doing this backwards. All right, that's their formal dress. Maybe I can make it a different swatch color. Yeah, so Nard Villain, super funny. They're doing, remember the live we did last week? We built, not last week, last time I did live, we did their shell challenge. They're going to be exploring them Thursday, but I don't know what time on stream on Twitch. And mine will be in that one, but I think it's going to be towards the end of the stream because they're going in like reverse order of posting. And I was one of the first people to finish, I think. So I really like this like retro-y outfit. Look, mom's style is I go thrifting, and if I like it, I buy it. There's no like aesthetic for mom, which is why it's like special for Key. I don't even know how I named my sim Key. I think so at the time I was playing this character the first time around, my children were very young, and I want to say I asked them, what should I name my sim? And I feel like one of them said Key, because that is such a name. Like, I don't know how I would have picked it out. Like, what is happening here? You're packing a pillow in there? That is not what their body looks like. Ugh. Sorry, I'm offended. Oh. I could never play a I mean, I think I could play cozy Sims because of what's it called? This actually fits the best. What is it called? Cozy. Oh, cottage living, right? So I could play cozy gameplay. I could never play like a suburban basic anything. Everything would have to be, we're trying, like everything would have drama. Everything I did would have drama. And every single, I think mom likes to wear her red boots when she goes partying. everything would be wild, everything would be chaos, sadness. That's why in my lot challenge, even though I have fun because I get to build and try crazy things, like my sim is borderline paranoid. She hates people. Like she's now, I think you guys said it was agoraphobic, where she doesn't like to leave the house. You know what I mean? She's scared to leave the house. Now, like I have to make like this crazy, not that that's crazy, but I have to make this like intense storyline, right? Like it has to be a reason. Why are we building a bunker? But my sim is also a celebrity. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know, I know that painting could make my sim a lot of money and we could just do that. But I'm like, but she's a writer. So I have to be like a writer, but then she's kind of into sci-fi. So I don't know. Like I have to have a crazy story. And I also was thinking about downloading a mod to make where you can make like robots kind of android-ish. And I was thinking that would be really cool because like eventually, so we have a youth potion, but our husband, spoiler, sorry, she got married. Her husband, Knox, does not. So eventually he's gonna die, you know? So I was thinking, what if she like uploaded his consciousness into a robot? That would be crazy. And I love it. That's how I play Sims. Like technically she can't do that, but in our story she can, you know what I mean? So that's my goal. Descent into madness, basically. Descent. Madness. I hear my kids up running down the stairs and they're supposed to be asleep. But their dad's not home. So they know that. And they know I'm streaming because I was like, knock on the door if you need anything. Right, uploading content. Like, but here's the thing. She live streams things. She's always vlogging. So I feel like she would have data of like video behavior. I might even start putting cameras around the house. Like, you know, not the debug, it's a decorative item. What if I like start placing them down? So like when we get, because not everybody watches the live stream, right? So you guys will know, but that'll be like our Easter egg that she's like she's going to use all this data collection and learn how to be like a top programmer and like compile the script of who Knox is and then her favorite online companions that she chats with on her streams and like all her positive interactions, upload it into this like AI that's like going to be kind of like Knox-ish when he passes away. Like, wouldn't that be crazy? That's crazy, right? That's the kind of stuff I think about. It gives me chills actually because that kind of stuff freaks me out, which makes it fun to play like a story of. So that's me being a weirdo. All right, Amy, what kind of hair do you have? I kind of like this one. Not things I normally pick, so it's kind of nice to switch it up. But I think the color with her skin is not pretty. Like, it just kind of looks sick. I know she was kind of blonde. Thank you! That's why, like, so months ago, months, someone said they were watching, I guess they were watching my old Extreme Ultimate Decades, and they were on like number 9 of the first season, which you guys know the quality is not that great, but my stories are, I think they're really good for that like time. And they said to me, great story, but less talking, more gameplay. And all I could say is, you're at the wrong channel. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not for you. Like, I get you may want to see more of this other stuff, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to talk less. Like, I am going to try to be conscious of like also playing while I'm talking, but it was a learning, you know, like the amount of time I've been doing this, I'm learning, you know, and I kind of took it offensively. They probably didn't mean that way because you know how some people communicate, they just don't know how to talk to people. But if I read it on like a hormonal, because like I've been taking fertility medicine. So if I'm hormonal, I'll be like, I feel like I have to defend myself. So I'm not usually sensitive, but sometimes things like that's you can just not watch. And I mean that in a nice way because like we have our little sim club. And if it was me and 12 other people and we talked about fun stories while we played Sims together, like, because I know you guys say you play while you're watching or whatever, you know, it's our online sim club. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine if that's all I have. When it comes to my Sims community, is like just a positive, wacky, silly story community. I think this sim, I feel like even though I added wrinkles to her, I feel like she got a facelift. She looks so much better in Maxis Match than she ever did in Alpha. I'll have to look at the photo reference. Her smile is so wide though. Maybe Sims just do that and I forgot, but anyways, yeah, so when they say less talking, more playing, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I can do more playing. I'm not gonna do less talking. All right, so I think they're done. Amy, I don't think is gonna wear makeup. I do kind of want to compare, but I don't know how far down the catalog is. Amy. Thank you. That's how I feel. I'm like, just go find someone that plays the way you like to play. So and I mean it very nicely, because I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be here. I don't mean it rudely. I just mean like, it's okay if I'm not for you, because I will find my people. That's what I mean when I say that. I don't mean it in a mean way at all. I just mean I don't want to change who I am for other people, because I'm 33 and I learned, oh, this was a girl in a Facebook group I made. She's one of my favorites too. I'll have to put her in the game sometime. Anyways, this is where we started. Oh, she did wear a lot of makeup back then. But she was mean, and I don't know where her traits were. They must have all been custom traits, because I used to play with a lot of CC. This is where she started. And this is where Key started. I love Key. I think Key is just so beautiful, handsome, everything. I love Key. And then this is going to be them in our new story. Amy is now a nice mom. And I think she looks a lot better without all that makeup. And this is Key. I feel like Key still looks like Key. I love them. They're my favorite. All right, let's get them in the game. I'm going to upload my newest version of them, though, so I can come back to them later. But, yeah. That's why we watch Dr. Gluon, right? You know, he's crazy, wacky, fun. You know, we all deserve to be ourselves. Kind of might just put them down here and do like a basic, because I don't want to build forever today. Just like remodel. I'll do a remodel. Yeah, we'll find our tribe for sure. Like our like-minded fun players. I'm story driven. I want to sit down and write a book. Like, those are the kind of things I want to do. I know I could if I took the time to do it. That's the key though, right? Key is the name of my sim. All right, so this sucks. I'm gonna have to go back to the world. Maybe it won't be raining, because I cannot build with all that rain. That's so crazy. Oh, I should be drinking water. I'm gonna get a headache tomorrow. I have not drank enough today. One day can ruin your whole week if you don't drink enough water, guys. Yeah, I told my friends, I was like, you know, I call this sim club, like book club. This is my sim club. We're all sim club members. Everyone is welcome, but also nobody has to be here, in the nicest way. Oh, I forgot that this lot is not like a well-lit lot. I actually remade this one time. I wonder if it's on my gallery. I'll check my library next, but I've made this lot one time. What is this? Hang on. Oh, my skatey. Okay, okay, I don't know where it went. Oh, well. I was like, this is Mal's house. I uploaded. I was like, that looks terrible. But that's the bunker. Okay, lots. Yeah, this. What in the crap did I, like... This must have deleted all the walls. That's crazy upsetting. That is crazy. Someone saved it to the right. Can I delete this? This is embarrassing. Okay. This is a little castle I built when that castle kit came out. It's like a forgotten castle. My little Fisher hut, my Gilmore Fisher hut. Oh, this was my not-so-berry gray Jen lived here. That's right. I think this was one of my not so. Oh no, this was I was playing a single dad and he got abducted by aliens. He lived there. Oh, this was one of Deligracy's builds and I remodeled it for a private detective to live in. And I did a little playthrough there. That was fun. Or is this the proper one? I don't know. They both look like something. My bowling alley. This was my little starter home for my sim self. That has a lot of CC in it. Okay. I just want to see what lots I already have that I made so I don't have to go out of my way. If I can help it. Nope, that's it. Okay. All right. I know I've remade this in another game. I wish I knew which one it was. You gotta start saving your lots and your tray files. Talking to myself, not you guys. But if we say it collectively, maybe we'll all do it. All right. I like that trim a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Congratulations again on the 10 gens. Like, what? That is epic. So good. That's hard work. Especially, so is it just me? I feel like it's not. I feel like this is a fact. But 2 years ago versus now, the amount of updates that we get for The Sims that are just kind of like debilitating to the game, it's just astronomical. I don't feel like, because people are like, that's why I don't play with mods, because they break with every update. The thing is, they used to not. Like, occasionally some needed to be updated, but it wasn't like a common thing that people, I didn't deal with that. I did not, every single update, I never had to download, fix my mods. It was like occasionally, like a big mod would break or a tiny one. It was not regular. And I used to play with a lot of mods, like a bunch of mods. And I stopped, like, for the most part. I do play with some, but the amount I play with is just so minimal compared to what I used to play with. And I play with the most popular mods now because I know they'll update fast. But I feel like maybe because they release too much stuff. I don't know. But I do feel like the amount of updates we're getting and the more common, like, I used to never have, I would have tiny glitches, but I used to never have glitches in my game. I also have Sims on my laptop. It has no CC on my laptop. No CC, no mods, because my kids play on it. And I don't want them messing crap up on my, it's a gaming laptop, like, and we use it for homeschool. You know what I mean? So I'm like pretty hardcore about like what I allow them to do on it. And even that one will have glitches. Like, so it's not strictly a, oh, like it's because I play with mods thing. So it's been deeply upsetting, to say the least, that I've noticed that. All right. So I'm liking this color remodel. I definitely feel like, though, like we're having a lot more than we used to when it comes to updates and glitches. And I do not blame mods. Like, the modder community is just trying to make the game fun. Funner, I should say. I could play Sims without mods. I would just think my Sims are not pretty. And I don't think Sims without CC are ugly. That's not what I think. But because the skin details make my Sims look just so unique and different, I feel like they look more like Barbies when you don't have it. So I kind of would have to get used to not having it if I chose to go that route again. Oh yeah. Yeah, so this one, the save file one, I only have like a little bit of CC. Like a little bit. I have no mods. And for the lot challenge, I have even less in my game for that save file. But I really love skin details. That was like the one thing I wish they would add more skin details. If they added more hair and more skin details and different types of dimension in the eyes, just a little bit, not much. I don't need them to be super realistic. I just want more variety. Or like a color wheel, right? But that's asking. I think a color wheel is asking for too much, if I'm being honest. Like, I know they put it in for tattoos and stuff, so I don't think it's impossible for them to put in, but I don't think it's going to happen, so I don't feel like it's worth asking about. You know what I mean? I kind of want to. I'm just talking and not telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I think I want to pull the room back a little bit to give them more living space and have mom's room be a little smaller. Because mom can have a desk over here, maybe. I mean, I could even give them more living space, I think. I feel like I could. And then just do that. I think it makes more sense this way. Sorry if I whispered into the mic. All right. I feel like we're going to give them new doors, too. Upgrading. We're just... they're remodeling this house. They're moving from wherever they're from. Yeah, so the new pack, possibly being fairies, so cool, right? I will not be buying that until like the holidays. Nope, won't catch me owning that anywhere. Should I do... I feel like I know I did white wood because it matches the blue and the white. That's not practical for like an outdoor situation. Probably just... What is that? What is happening there? Okay, I'll wear... I don't care. Actually, I don't care. In the nicest way. I hate... So I know when people say I don't care, it's rude. But when I say it, it just means like it doesn't bother me. It's okay. So if you guys ever hear me say that, just know that I used to like overly complicate things in life. So then I learned to tell myself, hey, that's something you don't care about. Like in therapy, I learned to tell myself that's something you don't care about, and it's okay not to care about it because it doesn't affect you negatively or positively because you really don't care. But people say that in a negative space. So I don't want you guys to think when I say it in my monotone voice that I'm being ugly. When I say I don't care, it's just kind of like what I do naturally. I know not to type it because if I typed it, somebody would think I'm being rude. But when I talk, I say it a lot. But it just means that, hey, that's something that doesn't bother me. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling myself. Actually, this would be more realistic on the roof. There's this beautiful garden inspired restaurant near me that has that kind of tile on the roof. Can I see it? Sorry. Oh gosh, I'm too high. But yeah, they have this kind of tiling on the roof. It's like so beautiful. Literally so beautiful. So I'm gonna put it in here. Sorry, I'm not yawning because it's been a long time since I was talking. I'm not tired. Like my muscles, the whole thing. All right, what is a good door? I want one that just doesn't look as worn in as those ones did. So that's more like a front door. It has a lock on it. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't need to be overly critical. I hate when I do that to myself. Silly. Just here to have fun. Like, I don't like how scuffed up this one was. I just want it more clean. That's it. Hi. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for being here. And thank you for watching tomorrow. Thanks for all the things. I'm glad that you're here. It means so much to me that you guys pop in and chat. I think we, on average, have a max of like 18 check-ins per stream. I always hit a little bit below 20. So it means so much to me that people like want to pop in, even if you're like ghosting and don't want to chat. You don't have to. Thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. We're just having fun. I guess this is a good door. So I watched as much of the Nard villains stream that I could. I think I'm going to leave the doors that the outside already had. We'll just put new doors on the inside. But I was watching a lot of the tours of the house of the build we did. And it was, so I remember it being very hard for me to come out with the layout because you guys know I'm an amateur builder. I don't think I'm bad, but I'm not pro. I don't always I can't always conceptualize a floor plan, which is why I'm glad we had fun taking like a more fantasy, route. Like it was really fun. I had so much fun. But getting to see like everyone else's, bye. Getting to see everyone else's like use of the space, guys, you guys are going to have to go look at those shells that people built because you're probably going to want them in your game. They are beautiful. I really like this wallpaper. We'll put it in mom's room, not in the living space. They are beautiful though. Some people did a boba shop in an apartment on top. And I remember like, how am I going to fit in the stairs based on the challenge? Because you can't move the walls or anything. Yeah, it was just really cool. People were really creative. And I saw a lot of things. Sorry, my jaw is still getting used to talking. I saw a lot of things that people used, actually, maybe a yellow bathroom. That I was like, where is that even in the game? I own the entire game, It was really, really, really cool to see how people did that. Definitely made me appreciate, things even more. I don't know what kind of wood colors. That's why I would watch a build before I would watch a Let's Play. I like to watch people's legacies and I like to watch like fun challenges, but like just a general Let's Play, I don't watch too much of if the person isn't like a storyteller. Ooh, what is this from? Pleasant Views of Pleasant View. What? Where did this come from? See what I'm saying? Like, oh my gosh, I kind of want to do it as a mural on their wall. Anyways, so my sister, like she loves very much. So I know everyone knows James Turner because everybody knows James Turner. That's how my sister plays the game, is very like, this is my goal. This is how I achieve it. Like she has a story that goes on in her head, but it's not like as elaborate as my stories. Occasionally, she's got a good, spicy, fun story, but she plays very goal-oriented. Like, I'm going to max out this career and, all this other stuff. And I'm very sporadic. Like, I'm just a storyteller. So the builds are the Nard villain. Here, I can just open up my gallery real fast. You guys can check them out, but I'll just show you what to look up. And it's like the shell 5. So let's go by, I'm going to go by EA account. Actually, no, because they didn't make them. I think it's, let me look up what it's called. I want to give you exactly, because I did one. It was the one I did on my last live right here. Okay, so type in Nard Shell 5. Mine is just dash, say Haysie Simmer. But if we type in Nard Shell 5, they're so good. Like, mine is quirky, but theirs are really good. Like, not joking. Lots. Yeah, so I think we saw this one today. Yes, this is in Copperdale. Literally so pretty and cute. Like, the amount of details. Look at the floor plan. Like, I did not they even did a basement. Wow. I did not conceptualize. Like, that is well use of the space, right? Hang on. I'm going to type in too. Great job. All right. I didn't get to see if they saw this one. I didn't get to see it because I did have to go to work. So I'm trying to show you the ones I got to see. But like, look at how cute these people did. Like, this is a house. This one they must have seen. industrial build. Like, that's so cool. Mine is the weird spaceship. Like, mine stands out so odd. We're such a, like, odd family here. Okay, where's the other one I saw today? One was like a restaurant. It might be, why is it not showing all of them? There's a lot of them though. Like, we saw a restaurant, we saw a boba house. Yeah. So maybe we'll do a shell challenge one day. That'll be really fun. Is this the restaurant we saw? Yeah. Like, look at this, like El Salvadorado inspired, like tropical, jungly restaurant. Look at how they use that outdoor space. They added a balcony to go up to that like uneven space. This is the same shell that I used, you know? That looks so cool. I cannot find the bar. I wonder why it's not showing. Like, look, in a generic, like in the nicest way, generic house. Like, that's a really good like roofing situation of it. Like, look at all the space they managed to put in there. We did tour one that was like a cat lady house. That was so cute. Is it this one? No. Is this the boba shop? No, it's not. There was, gosh darn it. I wish I could find the boba shop one. I wonder why it's not showing up. I wonder if they named it as something different and changed the name. But there is a lot of cool ones. Maybe if we look at the hashtag. I want to see if I can find that boba one. Nard. Shell 5. Yeah, so if you guys want to watch, we can all like plan to be on his live stream on Thursday. So we watched this one. The rattlesnake. Look at that cool pool. Like, it's a rattlesnake. It's a snake pool. It's look, the Oasis Springs. This is if you want to put it down, the business, it's a bar. And that was so cool. So, I'm trying to, where's the boba one? I want to show you guys the boba one, but I'm not seeing it. And it's kind of driving me batty. I could just be missing it because of the picture. But there was this one that was like half boba shop, half apartment, and it was, maybe it was this one and I'm just missing it. Yeah, okay, it was this one. The side of the building is the boba interest and the top is the apartment. One of these is a cat lady one. This looks gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Like, this is the pictures, darn it. Anyways, look at this. Like, that is so amazing. People were really creative. It was so fun. So I can't wait till I hope they all like get ours, because you know we came up with the alien RV spaceship story, so hopefully they understand the kookiness of it. I know I'm not for everyone, so I hope people aren't like, what are we looking at? But I think he has a really good following and family like in his community where people would be kind, so I'm not too worried about it. But you know, mine's a little out there. I think this is going to be the kitchen area. I kind of like that. And we can separate it with a half wall. Yeah, I'm seeing this lot. I hope I'm not yelling, guys. I'm kind of nervous in the nicest, like, I keep saying the nicest way. I'm kind of nervous because it's been a while. So I feel a little jittery, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. But yeah. We'll do that. Yeah, so this is that Crick Cabana shotgun house, which we're not going to keep the concept of, well, maybe shotgun means like the airflow from the front door to the window, but it's going to be like a remodel, you know? And I could move the bathroom in the middle if I want to be adventurous. I have an idea, actually. Okay. I don't know why I did it that way, but it's fine. So it needs to be accessible. Thinking that bedrooms could have access point, but then also the front. Could be a toilet there. Like that could work. So this could be the bathroom. Hallway to... No, because anyways, you know what? I'll worry about that later. That might be something I could workshop. I'll get there. All right, back to where I was. Let me not spiral. Let me finish this area. But what I was thinking is like 2 bedrooms, Jack and Jill bathroom, but also where it can be reached from the outside. God, that's like 3 doors to have a Jack and Jill bathroom. I love Jack and Jill bathrooms though so much. I'll worry about it later. If I want this space for the living area, I'll use it. I'll decide later. Okay. Sorry for whipping the camera around. Hope that's not making anyone sick. All right. What is the perfect cabinet for this space? Also, I think well, I need to update my G shade, to be honest, because it's... Oh, I don't have it on. This is the regular sim game color. That's right. All right, which one are we using for stream? Right here. That's too dark for this lot. This is a good one, maybe? Nah, we'll just turn it off. Nope. No background. I think yeah, I think this one is no. Yeah, there's no reshade. Okay, cool. So this is just real Sims lighting. For once in like 2 years. Is the build for a specific game file. So the build I'm doing now are the ones I was talking about, the challenge I recently did. The Nard villain, I think he just hosted a like shell challenge. And I am currently doing oh gosh, that's bright. I'm remodeling this place for a sim family. I'm moving into my save file. So is everybody's lights this bright or is it just me? So this is just a remodel of one of the little lots in Oasis Springs for my Sims that I built, did at the beginning of the stream. I went back in like my archives and got some of my old favorite Sims, changed them up and put them in the world. And I'm trying to build like a save file with like lore. So the next time I start a new challenge, like in a year or 2, we'll be like, we can copy the save file, use it and be like, hey, that's our, you know, Johnny Zest, or what's his last name? Johnny Gatto, Guapo, something like that. But you get what I'm saying? Like, it'll be our own little story. And, oh man, I wish this could be a thing. I really want to, kind of have my own lore, because I get really sick of seeing the same characters all the time. I couldn't even squint and pretend that worked. I just really like these. Oh, okay. Nope, not for today. I really like that blue, though. Looks really good. Okay. So this was originally going to be my kitchen, and now I'm realizing it would be a kitchen nightmare. So maybe that could be the dining nook, like I thought. Yeah, so in my other live streams, the first one we did, because I was afraid if I did challenges on live stream and people missed like something, they would be upset. Gusto, yes. Okay. One of my favorite characters we made. So I was afraid if I did a challenge on stream or one that I already have been doing and someone missed something, they would be upset that they missed, and then they wouldn't want to keep following the story, because what if you get so far behind? And then live streams are really long, you know what I mean? So I thought, hey, what if we do let's make up stories for characters and that be our live stream, and we make a save file. So it's kind of like a let's play, but every time I get on, we might revisit a family we made last week, or we like make a new character, build them a house, make a little story for them. And once we really get the world populated, we'll will pop in and play different houses to make relationships or enemies and level up and work and those kind of things. But I'd like to get the world, at least all the worlds, at least 50% populated, because I don't want my save file to be super full of characters, because, you know, what happens when we want to play and need room for, you know, whatever sim we're going to bring in. So my goal is 50%, hopefully by Christmas. That's what I'm daydreaming could happen. But you guys will have to let me know how that goes for me later. Check back in. Like I never made it. It'll probably take me a year. I know people who are like expert builders, it takes them like years to do a save file, but I'm an amateur. This is my fun time. I don't think I'm bad. I just think I'm an amateur. I always want to go for vintage, but I forgot this is a remodeled home. So I feel like they would have a little bit of the nicer stuff. This is not going to work as the kitchen. I gotta quit trying to make it work. I want it to work so bad. Okay. We're going to get rid of this half wall. And we'll make this whole wall a kitchen. I really was trying to make that work. Shame, shame, shame. All right. I think we'll keep the counters limited to that. And I'm going to have to do BB objects. I'm not going to have any apartments, though, because I'm still having for rent glitches. And so I do have for rent installed. I was going to uninstall it, but then that's going to mess up my save file, you know, because we made that one family there. And so we're just not going to have any apartments. That's how I'm going to do it, which is unfortunate because apartments are nice, but it can crash your save files right now. For some people, I saw James Turner talking about how like it can corrupt your save files, and he doesn't play with any mods. That made me really sad to know that it was like still an ongoing issue. So, all right, what am I looking for? I like to use. Hang on one second, my kids are up. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. They woke up. One of them is upset. She, my youngest wants to watch Wild Robot because she misses a family member right now. So I told her that's fine. It's summertime, so sure, whatever. Normally they're pretty good about going to sleep, but gotta let them live sometimes. I kind of like these. I know they're, oh wait, they are the same. I was like, they're not the same pack, but they are. How do you ever use this outer corner one? Like, what is that? Snap to? Does it? Okay, cool. It does snap to that. Yeah, I kind of want to play Jay Gusto just to see how his kid is doing, but I know his kid is fine because they're in the save file, not being played. But it's just like, he randomly had that daughter, and I'm just so invested in their health and happiness. The tops look lighter, but they're not. I think they're both the same. Oh wait, no, that would be the right swatch. Yeah, that's the right swatch. Well, no, it's not. Okay, now it is. Now it is. Okay, I like that. Sure. That's fine. All right, so we need a sink. And love the kitchen clutter sink. It's so good. Like, so good. Okay. Can I mean, it's blocked a little bit, but I kind of like, I don't care. Curtains maybe? Oh, my nose itches. That's fun. Legendary curtain rod. I've been trying to find this thing for a while, actually. I didn't know it was right in the front. Everything is always in my face, and I never, like, find it. It was always there, waiting on me. Alrighty, that's so cute. Cool, I like that. And kind of like these lights, but also don't think they fit the vibe. Oh my gosh, someone did the coolest thing in one of the build challenge. They used the light switch over here by the dish drain to be like the what's it called? The food, the thing that you have to swirl your food around. That gets caught in the spink. Garbage disposal. They put a light switch right there. That was such a cool detail that I really need to try one day, because that was something I never would have thought of. Like, so cool. Always with the fruit in the kitchen. Like, it was such a creative build. Yes, garbage disposal. They had a little light switch that they put by the window by the sink, and everybody was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Because it was. That's so cool. Like, what a good idea. Well, I know we talked about this before, about not putting the stove and the fridge next to each other. Sometimes I feel like it's your only option, but I'm gonna try to do it like this. And that, yeah, okay, there we go. We didn't have to do it after all. And then where is the hood range? That was the coolest thing. It was so cool. It's just people's creativity, man. I'm just like, way to go. Like, I learned how to do that from someone else, is like put that in here. So, I mean, obviously you want it up there, but it's like popping it in. That was cool. So, most of the things I learn is from watching people do builds, for sure. All right. So I'm happy with this little kitchen. I feel like they don't need anything too more like elaborate than this. We'll do a little breakfast nook. I feel like this might be dead space, though. That might be the problem that I've caused myself, but it's whatever. I'll figure it out when I get there. Maybe like a plant light. Where did it go? Like a plant light here. And yeah, I think that looks nice. Just for the two of them. That way we can get them established. I want to get in and play them 11:22. Yeah, so I want to get them, well, for me, I want to get in and play them for a little bit so we can establish them. So you're building too. Okay, good. We're not alone. Oh, that's a fun color. Yeah, I want to play them just for a little bit to get them established in their careers. So I really don't need to overly detail the house. I'm telling myself it's newly renovated, so they don't have to be super moved in. You know what I mean? Like, newly renovated house that they just bought. This is totally dead space. Oh, that's poor design choice. You know what? I'm learning. It is what it is. Oh, who's your favorite? Well, that's a rude question. Like, what are you currently watching? Not like, who's your favorite? I didn't mean it rudely, but you know what I mean. Like, that's not my business. Maybe I'm gonna work this one more time because I really think that I can be smarter about this. Do the sink there. Okay. I told them earlier that I am currently, oh, thank you. I'm currently, I was like, that's not what I was trying to say, but you know, sometimes we say silly things. I was, so, I'm currently watching Dr. Gluon's Tiny Town. I never got around to watching their Tiny Town. Thank you guys. Y'all are so sweet. I'm currently watching Tiny Town, and where I am right now is on the vampire. So he's already done, I think that has to be a wall. He's already done the alien and Basil, which Basil is such a wild character. It's so funny. My favorite though was the spinning wheel. What character was that? It wasn't Basil. It was, oh darn, that's gonna drive me crazy until I can think of it. But it was like where he spun a wheel and he had to do whatever the wheel task said to do. It was just like a really cute little challenge. Okay, but where does the fridge go? By the stove, I guess. You know what? That's fine. Whatever. In this house, it's fine. They don't care about the way it affects the appliance. Oh, thank you so much. So right now I'm so excited about to be doing my second gen of Crybaby. I'm really, really excited about that. I know I'm not quite there yet, but I am very close. And then my Extreme Ultimate Decade, I'm still working on the new save file. It should be done by Thursday. Fingers crossed. If it's not done by Thursday, I don't work Friday, so I will post on Friday. But I had originally done a blank save file to transfer them all to, and it was just too much work building new builds. So I decided to use a already built save file. But now I just have to like put all the characters back in there. So it's like a lot of redoing things because I didn't make a good choice the first time. My bad. You know what I mean? I was not expecting my save file to get corrupt. That's a whole thing that makes me deeply upset. But that bike glitch, like, is crippling my game. Oh, I love Crybaby. My Crybaby story is effing crazy. I hate to say it like that, but it's literally crazy. Like, it's a little tame right now because I'm at the grinded out point where you have to get tasks done. But their backstory, like, I was proud of myself for that one. I was telling my husband what I was doing, and he was like, "Do you ever play Happy Stories?" It was so funny. I didn't have an answer for him. I like this desk. I never use it. I was like, look, I have to have a reason why, like, they said that we're the perfect, you know, person, and all of a sudden we cheat on our husband. Why? I have to do a why. I need an answer or I can't play. You know what I mean? I have to have a backstory. What's my motivation? It's like an actor. What's my motivation? That's exactly it. I need to understand my character. I think I'm... Thank you. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And Flora, the Gen 2, future Gen 2, her backstory wrote itself because of what happened in Gen 1. You know what I mean? And it was really funny because she has a really bad birthday that happens. And so that's really funny because she becomes, you know, our next generation. I didn't even realize they had a budget. I don't know if I'm going to be working in their budget or not. Cool. We'll put some books on the desk. All right. I don't think I'll be able to work in their budget. I'm probably going to definitely need... I mean, you know what? It's probably the fridge and the stove. So you got to the point of Flora's birthday. Like, are you pretty caught up? I'm gonna give them some money, not much. I'll give them like money. Let's do 12,000. I think I can. Okay, never mind. Yikes. It's because I'm not in their household. That's why it didn't work. Yeah, I think Flora is going to be really fun because her story is like she doesn't believe in love until she falls in love and then her partner dies. Okay, cool. So Gen 2, that's the funny part of Gen 2 story is like they finally fall in love and their partner dies. So we know that's going to happen. And I've decided I want Flora to grow exotic. I'm just having fun picking bluish items, but I think I don't play with this stuff and it all goes together so well. I'm having a good time. Hope you guys like it. Maybe they don't have a TV and they have a speaker. I think they're gonna need a TV. I feel like they're a TV family. But anyways, yeah, so I want Flora to do... Yeah, so everybody is bad luck until Gen 10. Like, all the families suck. Like, the characters, there might be some redeeming qualities, but like in general, the Crybaby Whims challenge is not meant to be like a happily ever after situation. It's all meant to be chaos. So like, do we feel bad for Marigold? Yes. She was brainwashed by her father. Then, you know, she chose to have an affair, which again, Nico doesn't even know about yet. He doesn't know. He might know. Like, we're not sure yet if like Jace has decided to, you know, act upon his threats. I don't think he has yet. I haven't felt like personally he's done that yet. And obviously I'm the storyteller, but I haven't like, it's not a definitive he's done it yet because I actually want Nico to die not knowing that the kids aren't his kids, or to find out on his deathbed that possibly some of them may not be, but he doesn't know because he's about to die. Like, that's how I want to play it. So I have no intention of him like finding out early, but that is something that will always hang over Marigold's head, right? She was never honest about it. She chose to, obviously, you know, her memory was messed up, and you know, she chose to react, you know, once she realized like, hey, I was robbed of my life that I had planned for myself, and I feel this passion and desire. But that doesn't mean, I'm not saying she doesn't deserve to follow her heart, but like, she also made a commitment to Nico and they were not in an open marriage, so it was not a good situation, right? But at the same time, you have sympathy for her because of like her dad brainwashing her, and then also her mom is the reason her dad even does any of that stuff. So it's like everybody sucks. And on top of all of that, you have, you know, her sister is deteriorating because she lives with the guilt of being a bratty teenager, like everything that's happened to her since she was a bratty teenager, causing, you know, this discord with Jace. And Jace went from being the like nice, innocent, all-American guy to like, he's a villain now. So everybody has, I actually really like the orange lamp. You know, everybody has pretty bad qualities, or, you know, definitely not black and white, but then you can sympathize with different characters for different reasons, you know, because of the parents, you know, manipulating these kids at really young ages, and then they grew up with this warped sense of reality. But also, like, at the end of the day, it's like, that's her family, which she... So if you were testing if your comment worked, it came through. I do wonder... Yes. So I have debated. I've gone back and forth. So originally I was like, what if Jace is responsible for her sister ODing, essentially, because she's already deteriorated. And obviously he's manipulating her too with, you know, some kind of stuff. what if he pushes her over the edge and then tries to play house with Marigold again? But I don't think Marigold wants to, like, she keeps wanting to end that relationship with him. So then originally I was like, okay, well, it kind of seems like Marigold doesn't want to be with him. So what if, because I was like, what if he tries to like just step in and play dad? But it depends on if they seem drawn to each other again, if I'm gonna go like what route, you know? But I do think, you know, he's never been close to his quote unquote adopted kids, or, you know, they think that's their biological dad. They just think he's a crappy dad. You know, he's never been not told, the kids have never not been told that that's not their dad, you know? Maybe they like to draw. So I'm just kind of, okay, perfect. Yeah, just let me know. I'll keep an eye on chat. But yeah, so I'm trying to decide, like, when does her sister pass away? Originally, it was supposed to be her sister, and then she finds out. Originally, I was going to say her sister passed away, and then she finds out that her mom is in a coma. But with the way, when I was playing, the way the birthday party played out for Flora, and then I think they triggered the note. I think it was like one of the game things is that she had automatically died. The mom. And I was like, oh, I wasn't planning on her dying. And I was trying to decide in the moment, do I go back and replay it? Because I was just going to have her in a coma, and Marigold finds out like her dad and Jace are the reason her mom's in a coma. But then it kind of worked out because, you know, her mom died on Flora's birthday, which is super dramatic. And Flora is our next generation. And they didn't open her birthday presents. They didn't have cake. And it was kind of like, oh crap, you know, we forgot about Flora because grandma died. And, you know, maybe that really hurt Flora, you know, about her grandma dying on her birthday and stuff. So that's kind of where my brain went. It was like, okay, well, instead of killing Belle off, leave Belle because grandma's dead. I really do think I can fit a bathroom back here. Anyways, let's do this bathroom. So I haven't decided, but I do know Belle is not going to make it. She can't make it. You see, like you said, you see how frail she is. She's like one bad surgery away from not making it. I love watching James Turner. I didn't watch Little Simsy for a long time, but I've been watching her recently and I've been really enjoying. I have never seen Jungle Broaden. Oh, wow. I think I've seen Whiny Brit as well. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I always we have to keep sharing like what we're interested in the community, because you never know like who you might be helping get to find their next favorite thing. You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm rambling about Crybaby. I've been thinking about Crybaby a lot because I was supposed to play it before my trip. But I didn't have time to pre-record it. Oh, why no people? You know what? I think YouTube is so much more interesting than like paid television. You know what I mean? Like, people are putting in such hard work, even if it's not perfect production. Like, I know if you watch the beginning of my challenges, you know how rough it was for me to learn. And sometimes my audio would be messed up. That is like the most frustrating thing, by the way. Like, I want to cry because you don't know it's messed up until you're in edit. And I'm not going to replay anything for audio, like, unless it's that bad, like where you cannot understand me at all. But it's so hard, like, to learn how to do if you don't have a background in this, which some people do. I don't at all. But I think it's really nice to support someone. Number one, you're supporting someone else's dream. You know, like, what if, and maybe it'll take me 10, 15 years, but what if one day this is what I'm doing because you guys were like my sim family, you know, and now I get to make money doing it or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that could be, and you're supporting someone's dream and not a big fancy network. And you know what I mean? I really, like, my kids don't sit around watching YouTube a lot, but we watch it together. Like, there's certain creators and different types of stuff that we watch together. Is that how it's supposed to fit? Sorry, that seems weird. I'm not going to use it. You are writing it. I'm doing that 100%. For now on, Flora's birthday is cursed. I agree with you. I won't say that out loud. This is only for chat. Second part, yes. And then yes, I love the idea of, because I agree. I wanted her to be obsessive and going into madness as well. And I only want her to collect dangerous or rare plants as well. I want her to like be a dark florist and all that. Oh, that, yes. I like that I like that. I'll save that just in case anyone watches the VOD, but they want to be surprised on Crybaby. Because I'm gonna do that. I'll like have to plan it ahead on before every birthday. We'll slowly make her mad. Yeah. We don't pay for anything except for Disney because it's through our phone bill. I wonder if this is functionable. It doesn't look like it would be. Like, I want a tub though. I think tubs are so much nicer than, and the colors are terrible. I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, I would rather support other people every day than continue to support networks because like they cancel the shows I like. All right, I'm gonna have to go back to their household now, and then I'll just do their bedrooms from there, and then we'll play them for a little bit. Yeah, I got 20 minutes till midnight. I'll probably play max like 30 to 40 more unless I really get a bug. Keep going. You're right. The story does fit well. That is my only thing. I agree with you too. I wish so I get, sorry, my nose is bothering me. My analytics say that a lot of people are finding me from YouTube homepage, but I think that's only because in April my lot challenge went baby viral. Not really viral, but it was trending. So YouTube was like, you're starting to trend. And it was really exciting because I just came up with the concept. I didn't think it was going to go big. I just liked the idea. And I was having fun playing it every single day. Now I would play it 2 days max in a row now because it can be tedious building and coming up with like concepts and stuff. Hang on. I want to give them a little bit more money, maybe 7,000. But you know, it was telling me I started to trend and I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I was like freaking out. But my husband was like, well, just keep doing what you're doing, you know, because it's working, and just be yourself. And it was telling me that people were finding me from the home page. But in the last month, it slowed down and we've gotten to, you know, we're at our spot right now, and that's fine. I don't care. Like, I keep saying that. You guys, I just explained myself. I don't have to keep explaining myself. When I say I don't care, I mean, like, what is meant to be will happen. It is okay. I am not upset. I do not expect anything but to have fun and be in a safe, supportive community. That's all I want. Like, if I'm not having fun and people aren't supportive, I don't want to do it. So right now, everything's good, happy, and fun. Yeah, my husband is the best. I have a really good husband. And, you know, and he's the one who talked me into doing live streams. And he's like, you know, if you want to see what, I mean, like I said, I would love to do this and get paid, but it's not what it has to be. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be that. It's okay if it's not that. Because I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be here. I don't want to, I like that size better. I don't want to feel like I have to change my stories to make people want to watch it. And that was kind of like what I was scared of happening, because at the time I was starting to slightly pick up, but they told me I had a lot of people finding me from the home page, but now it's gone down significantly. But I have a lot of repeat like watchers, you know what I mean? So I'm fine. I'm glad that people who were watching are happy to come back. Yeah, there was a certain challenges I was changing a little bit for people. I wasn't telling them, you know, if I asked for input to you guys in the videos, and I consider it, I'll do it. That's not me changing for you guys. That's me saying, what do you guys think about this, right? But if I'm playing a certain way and someone else is like, you should do this, which I typically, I don't always delete those comments, but if it's like super like you need to do this, this, and this, and very like I'm playing the game, you know what I mean? Like, don't tell me how to play if I'm not asking for help, because it's like we don't all play the same, and it's like this is my happy place. Like, it brings me joy. And for someone to tell you you're doing something like they don't like how you're doing it, it's I'm just like, oh, it doesn't feel good. Like, I don't know how else to say it other than like it makes me not want to play. So then I told myself, okay, well, you're not going to change for other people unless you ask them for their opinion, which I feel like I do pretty regularly. I'm like, what do you guys think of this? And, you know, but this is my free time at night to play a game that makes me happy, which is the same for you guys. You know, I just record it and I talk to you. Like, that's the only difference. If I'm doing a series, I like to have input here and there. Absolutely. Because sometimes I like think I might get in a rut. Just like, oh my gosh, by the way, you gave me some really good ideas for Flora. I'm literally so excited. But you know her character, so you are on the same wavelength as me, you know. So yeah, it's really fun. But at the same time, it can be stressful because for a minute there, someone was like, oh, this is crooked and things like that, like in my build or something. And I was like, it's okay. And they were like, videos later, even though they could tell I had posted like 7 videos and they were on video 3, they're like, it's still crooked in this video. I was like, I'll figure it out when I get there. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just like little things like that. It was kind of stressing me out. Not in a bad way. I know people are trying to be helpful and we all communicate differently, and I know that. But it was something to get used to because nobody is behind you guys while you're playing The Sims. So sometimes it felt like somebody was behind me, like backseat driving, and it was uncomfortable. But now I think we have like the community, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have my sim club. I feel safe. I have regulars who watch certain series who always comment on those series, and I get so excited to see and talk to them. So that's all good, you know? Yes. And that was my scary part. It's like, I know some people prefer the lot challenge, but if you've watched my other challenges, you can tell the lot challenge is not my typical gameplay style. So if I were to do that obsessively, I would burn myself out so bad because it's more goal oriented than my normal gameplay. My normal gameplay is storytelling, story driven, 100% like RPG. Like, I'm role playing a story in my head, and mildly goal driven. Like with a legacy, you have like I don't know. I feel like you have a different amount of time to get it done than other things. But yeah, I kept saying I was very scared of getting burnt out to my husband. I was like, I'm a little nervous because this challenge is doing so good, which I was excited because I still have fun playing it. But I was like, I'm afraid if I take a break, like anyone who is excited to watch it won't want to watch it anymore. And then he, you know, helped me remember, like, well, you always said if it's not fun, you don't want to do it. So like, just pace yourself. You know, if you're excited about doing it, do it. I want to give you guys a schedule so you know what to expect. But at the same time, it's like, if I can't live up to it, okay, I let it down this week. You know what I mean? But that's just because I have life going on too. If I can double post in the future, I will, to catch us back up. If not, I'm not going to make myself feel bad for missing a post. But I'll try to keep you guys informed in the community. On the board, I'll let you guys know, like, hey, no video. If I'm behind or something. Because in real life, I homeschool my kids in real life. Like, I homeschool my kids and I work on the weekends. So I'm busy every day of the week. Like, I am a recluse introvert who doesn't get to be at home and be an introvert. So there's sometimes I like need to sit in absolute silence and do nothing. Which I felt like that yesterday. Was yesterday Sunday? Yeah. But I went to book club, which I'm so glad I did. We read Shield and Sparrow. The consensus, so it's fantasy book club. And my friends are hardcore fantasy readers. The consensus was it didn't live up to the hype. I thought it was an okay book, but the middle of it was really kind of annoying and boring. And we were like in the character's head too long. And I was like, we got to get out of here. This is kind of crazy. But it wasn't terrible, but it definitely isn't like it doesn't live up to the hype, if that makes sense. If you were considering reading Shield and Sparrow. It's not a bad use of time, but it doesn't live up to the hype, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like the next bestseller. Thank you. So 2 years ago, when I started posting my Ultimate Decade Challenge, I went from 12 followers to 200 pretty fast. And I did push out Extreme Ultimate Decades every single day. I completed that first decade in such like a month, I think. And now it takes me like, what, 2 to 3 months to finish a decade in the Ultimate Decades Challenge, because now we have family members too. Before it was just like the small households, and now we have like cousins and other family members, and we have the royals and all that. So we have a little bit of more moving parts that I would like to pop in and tell those stories. And if I ever feel like I don't want to, we'll just focus on our main household, whatever. But yeah, I was posting Extreme Ultimate Decades every single day because I was like, wow, I went from like 12 followers to 200. I was so excited. Yes, I told my husband, I really want to write that first decade of Extreme Ultimate Decades in like a short story format. But so I ad lib a lot of it, right? A few things I'll plan out like I want to happen, but in general, I'm like role playing in the moment. So I was like, how fun would those stories be if I like fleshed out the characters and really went into depth of like how they were feeling, what it was like for them to go through those experiences. I think Key is really artistic. I'm pretending they painted this mural. Sorry. But yeah, I have considered it, and I was thinking about starting with the Extreme Ultimate Decades. Obviously it would be quite different, but like a lot of the similar events, but just more in detail. Like, we wouldn't have everyday farm life. We would it'd be more like Game of Thrones, where you like pop into like the different kingdoms and move around. That's how I would do it. But I was like, it's a project. He thinks I should do it. My husband thinks I'll be successful at anything I do. He supports literally everything. If I said tomorrow I'm going to be America's Next Top Model and that show doesn't even exist anymore, he would believe that I could do it, but I don't know where he gets that from me. I'm also quick to give up on something, but having someone who like believes in you so much kind of makes you like not want to give up, which is really nice. So, but I would write fantasy over contemporary. That's my only thing. Is I love my Crybaby challenge. I think it would make for a good story, and I think people would lose their mind like if I wrote it down. But I love to read fantasy. So if I were to write something, the first thing I would write would be something fantasy. I've attempted to write I have a lot of trauma, like a lot. I'm diagnosed with PTSD and like OCD and stuff. So I grew up in a really rough situation, and I always said to myself, I wonder, like, in parallel universes, like, what would I have done if I didn't get out? Or, you know what I mean? Like, survivors, I think a lot like that. And I love fantasy. That's why I think mine are so like mushed up together, because it's like I'm always consuming fantasy, and then I'm like playing The Sims. I'm like, a lot more is happening in the story in my head, but I can only say so much because I like stumble for words. But with the trauma thing, I was thinking, like, what if I wrote a fantasy story about characters who came from different, I like that, different parts of this like fantasy world, different rankings, grew up differently, and different, like, I always say I lived 9 lives, because I can name 9 pivotal moments that like made me they broke me, but then I made myself out of it. And like, what if these characters, like, one is like, you know, she grew up in a small village and whatever. Like Gemma from the Extreme Ultimate Decades Challenge, where she, you know, her dad set her on, or her mom set her on fire. Her dad kidnapped their house. You know what I mean? Like crazy stuff. What if she went through this like pivotal moment in life that I went through? How would she handle it? Like, would she become a villain? Like, I went to therapy. I got help. I saved my life. You know, like I dealt with my trauma because I wanted to live. Deep down, I didn't feel like I did, but you know what I mean? Like I got help. I told people I needed help and I got help. And I'm very happy now in my life. But 4 years ago, I could not say that. Sorry, I'm like a tickle in my throat. So I often think about like different versions of me, like what would they have done if something was slightly different in their life? Would they have made it out? So I'd like to write that in a fantasy setting as like form of therapy. Yes, medieval, Lord of the Rings, King Arthur. I love all of that too. That is literally my vibe. Like, I love it so much. But I'm not as accurate on, like, I know deep down in my brain, I know like all the proper lords and ladies and stuff like that, but I just don't use it enough. I stumble so bad. But when I'm reading it, I know. You know what I mean? That probably sounds stupid, but I know you got to know what I mean. It's like when you talk on the top of your head. I talk to kids all day long. Like, I don't know how to talk to adults and use adult words sometimes. But in my brain, it's somewhere it is cataloged because I literally went to college and took like advanced like history things, and I know it. I just don't know it anymore, if that makes any sense. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this room, but I really like it. So I'm just going to keep going. So this is Key's room. Remember, there's some type of, I think it's like their family is kind of Thailand-ish, but like ancestral, like not direct. So part, maybe half. Yeah, I struggle to articulate. That is absolutely it. The connection to whatever I have cataloged no longer can come to the front and come out of my mouth. Oh, yeah. So that's what I want to do is like write characters in similar traumas. I don't know if you remember. I don't know how far into. Yes, my brain is faster than my words too, and they lag by days sometimes. I feel like this room can be shorter. It's a little long. What else can I put in here? Skill building. So my what skill did I say they liked? I know they maybe guitar. Keyboard. You know what? I never do key. Haha. Their name is Key. That's actually perfect. I love it. So I totally lost it. Oh, so I have infertility issues. I do have 2 living children, but I still have infertility issues. That doesn't mean it's not hard just because I have kids, because sometimes people will say, well, at least you have, wow. Yes, Karen. At least I have, sorry if your name's Karen. That's not nice to say. I have an Aunt Karen and she's like the greatest person in the world. But you get what I'm saying, like the concept. It's like, yes, I have 2 living children, but I also cannot get pregnant and stay pregnant. So it hurts. Thank you for your kindness. You know what I mean? It's like nobody ever says it nicely. And Halia in the Ultimate Decades Challenge. So originally I had a mod in and she had a miscarriage and I was devastated and I cried. I don't know if I think it was on camera a little bit, but I literally cried. But it was kind of like therapy because I've never played a sim that looked like myself, and then for her to go through the exact things that I like live through is wild to me. Actually I don't like that. So that was very emotional. And then I think I'm just done. Key's room is done. That's fine. They just moved in. And when Halia, and then when you roll the dice, like they lose kids, I was like, I had to toughen up. And by the time like Tiara lost her kids, I was like, oh yeah, they didn't make it. Oh, the whole half of the family's dead. It's someone like accused me. I can't remember if you're in here, so sorry. They accused me of not caring about my Sims. They're like, "Oh man, you're just letting them all die." I was like, I have to. I have to like be detached because I cried so much during that first generation. I really did. I cried when Halia died because she looks like me, and like after everything, her and Jacob still had a beautiful life and like the medieval times, and it was so sweet that they did. And made me cry. I don't know. It was really emotional. Actually, some style magazines on the floor would look really good because they like fashion, and some shoesies make it look more homey. I just hate how long this dang room is. But whatever. Every house has weird rooms. But yeah, I cried a lot during that first like season or two of Sims. I got really personal. I was so, oh my gosh, I probably own this. Procrastinator's box of stuff. I could look around my room right now and bet I own that. Sorry. But yeah. All right, this room is fine. I'm just taking forever. I just like talking to you guys, so like we're just playing Sims together, you know? Well, hopefully, if you are. If not, glad you're here. But yeah. I'm hoping that in the Ultimate Decades Challenge, I'm hoping that Theodore grows on me, because I wasn't planning on him being the heir, like at all. It just happened that way, and I was like, well, here we are now. Which it's fine. I don't think he's going to be a bad heir. It actually kind of works because his wife is a princess. But I was just like, oh, he's going to marry the runaway princess and live happily ever after. And that's it. I was going to just never play with him really again. We might check in on him once or twice. But now he's our heir. So that's like a whole thing. And I like the story I have going for him so far. I forgot to say he is going to war, so I don't know if he's going to survive or not. But I haven't been attached to anyone since Frederick died, which obviously it just went to Francis and then Theodore. But I kind of like Theodore's wife, Etta. Like, I feel like I'm attached to her as a character. But they kind of do better when I'm attached to them, you know? So I'm just kind of like, I wish I felt attached to Theodore a little bit more, because if he passes on, I'll be like, oh, okay, well, bye, Theodore. But at least his son has a guardian angel. Someone said that the one of the Sims is his one of the Sims like accidentally passed away, and I said, oh, like maybe they sacrificed themselves for him or something. I can't remember exactly, but they were like, oh, she should be there, like his fairy godmother, like that watches over. And I was like, that's a really good idea. So that's what I'm doing. So I take your guys' advice. I really do. Not for everything, because like it's my story, my game, but I definitely do listen in here. And if you guys can articulate something better than me, I'm like, oh, that's exactly what like my brain was thinking. I just didn't say it right. So yeah. So like Key, the Sim I'm making the house for right now, is one of my personal favorite Sims from my own individual side. Long time ago, like 5 years ago. Not Motherload, maybe like 5,000 more. They are one of my favorite Sims that I played, like on my personal things. So I'm so glad that I saved them to my gallery, because now I can bring them back to life in different stories, because I didn't lose their tray files. Some Sims I've made, I've lost all the tray files and I'll never see them again. All right, I think this house is done. The only thing is that Key likes to do outdoor sports and gardening. So I'm going to put down a garden, maybe vertical actually right here. So they have the option to garden and a bike. Is this an adult bike or a kid bike? I'm a little triggered by bikes because of my Ultimate Decades Challenge. All right. And then we have a trash can outside, a trash can inside. We have a fire alarm. All right, I think that is it. I won't name their lot. I don't really care. All right, Key is an adult, this version of Key. I think I gave them a teen room, but whatever. All right. You are going to work on some piano skill. Do you have any skills? Did I upload you? Nope, no skills. Okay. You're brand new to the game. All right. It's raining in the house. That's awesome. That still happens. Cool. At first, I thought it was because I had walls half up, but yep. He is going to work on music. Maybe if we do get bans in the fall, like everyone's predicting, well, I, again, predict it to be messed up. But maybe Key can join a band. All right, Key's mom. What is your name? Amy, let's get you a job. We'll play them for a day or two. Well, probably more than a day. Maybe 2 or 3 days. Get her a job. I don't know what she would do. I did decide she's going to have the painting skill, though. And I feel like they're well-traveled. I feel like they lived in different places throughout their lifetime. I originally thought culinary, because they are a foodie. But could be a painter for real life. That might be fun. Yeah, I think someone said rain inside is like a glitch. It doesn't affect The Sims, but you can see it in the game. It's been happening for a while. I just thought it was because the walls, but apparently it's happened to other people. I didn't even think it was a glitch. I have a hangnail and it hurts. Sorry, I know you don't care, but finger hurts. Salesperson, just like a regular job, maybe. Maybe we just give them a regular job. You know, some people need regular jobs. Yeah. Well, I hope you have a good night if you do fall asleep. It's been good having you here. We built their house. Oh, I love how I made the mom a painter, but I also said Key was a painter because they painted this mural and they drew those drawings. So maybe they're both just really artistic in real life. And he gets it, or they get it from their mom. And they're well-traveled. That would be fun. We'll have them working on some skills, working on our music skill. And I want them... Maybe I can get a digital tablet for Key. Oh, no. I should save, though. I don't think I saved, and I did this whole build. That's kind of crazy. Like, what a crazy choice to make. All right. Digital tablet. Then under computers, probably not. I don't even know who can use this. Like, this slab. Like, what does it even do? It's only video games. They, like, can't type on it and stuff. I don't know. I find it annoying. All right. Digital tablet. Drawing tablet. Oh, wait. It's probably under art, duh. Thought maybe Key could be into photography, too. But we'll do digital drawing for now. Maybe they're a freelance artist. But they need to have a job as well. So we'll join a career. We can either join the musician career or the art career. I know. Like, it happens more often than not to literally everybody. I should know better. And I saw a post on Facebook the other day that said, The Sims has been out for how long and still doesn't have an auto save. Yeah, that's how I feel. They do not have an auto save. That's crazy. I think we will make Key an entertainer. That's kind of fun because then maybe in like if we're playing other people, they will come for an event and play like piano or something. That might be fun. All right, well, it's nighttime. They all want to go to bed. That would be really cool. The Key is also into fashion. They could be a fashion blogger. They could do a lot of things. What are you scared of? Oh, she's scared of the dark. Oh, poor mom. That's sad. I don't know the covers. Maybe, can you talk yourself out of it? I know. I think auto save should be required. I like the changes I made. I mean, there is some dead space, but it's not too bad, I don't think. It's just the two of them. I feel like they don't need a big living room. Maybe Key, like I said, will do like commission artwork and sell it. And that's like a little office they can use. So why not? They have a really long bedroom. This is terrible. That just cracks me up so much. We'll do some more figure paintings. Why are you getting bad news? Are you bad at art? Is that the problem? Looming anxiety. Oh my gosh, you are struggling. You've been here for 2 seconds. I know. I like their house too. I think it is perfect for them. It's very just cute and quaint. They don't need a lot. Every sim, you know, is different. And I feel like I'm pretty proud of it. I've been having a lot of fun doing this because I feel like I'm challenging myself. Like, I like unique characters. I like them all to have different body shapes and, you know, try out different careers. Taking my vitamins. Now, I like the little spaceship. I do want to fix my alien skin thing really bad. I'm not sure what the problem is. From what I read, it could be either eyelashes, the no EA eyelash mod. So I'm going to try that first because that's the easiest thing to update. The worst thing it could be is default eyes or skin, which would be the hardest to figure out. But I should be able to figure it out. All right, take your panic poo, which is so funny that they can do that. It's literally hilarious. Freshen up. Do all the things. You need some fun. Is art not fun? Because I was hoping it would be fun for you. Come on, Amy. Amy used to be a bad mom in a past life, but now she's a good mom. Maybe that's why she's paranoid. Maybe she's like feeling like there's a version of her out there in the universe that is a hateful woman. And this is like the happy version of her. Still this stick person. I guess it is a hair above a stick person. Contemplate. Figure painting. All right, rebate day. I love that. The day after we built our whole house. That's fantastic. Oh, I don't need this. I don't need to do any quest. I don't want any of that. All right. That is a quick way to get money, though. All right, Key is up. Maybe we can make breakfast together. Even our tiny, tiny kitchen. Tiny kitchen. Cook together with Key. And let us make some grilled cheese. Maybe they can cut the cheese while we butter the bread or something. Come on. Come on, guys. Is our kitchen too small? Like, just spend time together. I just want you guys to bond a little bit and work on your relationship. They're at halfway. Maybe ask them about their discuss color theory since they both like to draw and paint. And offer a listening ear. But, yeah. Happy Pride Month to those who celebrate. I just want everyone in the community to know that everyone is welcome and celebrated here on my channel. You're all welcome. Yay, she likes cooking. That's great. We'll grab a serving and then sit and talk. This Friday is apparently Friday the 13th, so that's fun. Why can't you sit over here at the table? Please. To show me that it works. The bathroom obviously worked because they went in there. Oh, do I have a mailbox? Oh, I do. Good. How are our bills due? We've been here for 2 seconds. We've been here for 2 whole seconds. They can go fishing if they want. I don't think they do, but... I mean, Key likes outdoors. I just don't know if they like... Okay, are you stuck? No? You guys want to sit? All right, bye, Mom. Have a good day. It's your business job. A regular sim. Do it. I never make my sims do, like, the basic jobs. All right, Key, what are you gonna do? You have work in 24 hours. You need to write jokes or practice music. Cool. Practice music. And then you can... Oh, do tattoos on the side? I kind of like that. Let's do it. Key designs tattoos on the side. Like, they like to draw and sketch. Their mom likes to paint. That would be fun. Maybe their mom is into pottery, too. That would be cute. Like, painting and pottery. I think that's a vibe. I don't think I will get them a pottery station. But maybe she likes to go take classes at... Maybe in the next build, we can build, like, a community center in Willow Springs where they can do... pottery, they can paint, they can perform music. That might be really fun, like a community space. I like that idea. And then maybe if I get a lot that's big enough, I can do a tiny tattoo parlor, and then they can have a business. Like, if they eventually want to pop up and do work at a tattoo parlor, that'd be really cool. But I don't want to make them own the business. But I don't want to know how many people I have in the world. We have the couple in the For Rent world. We have Jay Gusto. We have Jay Gusto's aunt. We have the land grabs that we're keeping. The goth that we're keeping. The Bella. We have the runaway teen. We have the artsy family guy and the jazz musician. We have... Is there anyone else? That's 8 right now. Like, family things. So I don't want to get into too far into, like, playing each family until I have, like I said, half of the world done. Let me see. I want to go see. They're settled in, though, so that's good. Oh, they couldn't access the computer chair or something? I'll have to figure that out later. Oh, we have the son of the couple who are in the For Rent world. That's 9. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, I gotta fix their face. So we have 1, 2, oh, my sim self, 3, 4, 5, 6, her. I'm gonna change her roommates. 7, 8. Her clothes are gone again. 9, 10, 11. I don't know this one. So we have 11 families right now. If I were to do half of each world, like community lots, a park, a business. So, like, I know these are business, but you know what I mean? Like, a community center. We could do one of those, where you neighborhood action plan places in, like, every other world. So if this was all business based and these were all houses, I would want to keep 2 empty, like, even 3 empty lots is fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trying to decide how many I want to build. I was also thinking I might start streaming on Thursdays over the summer if you guys are into that. And I could start doing it earlier too. I could maybe do 7:30. Community lots. Park. Maybe community lots. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, there's a lot of worlds. Oh, yeah, New Crest alone. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. We could do a lot of businesses here too, though. We'll just say, we'll say 30. That's businesses. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. San Myshuno. 637, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 55, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50 at this point. 51, 52, 53. I think I'm going to follow the same formula they have, like the people. 54, 55, 56, and then let that be open. 57. 57, 58, 59. Maybe one more here, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. Because I do want to have some open lots and some starter homes. 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. 73, 74, 75. 70. Actually, I think I want nobody living here unless they're enrolled in college. So I won't even plan anything there. 75. 77, 78, 79, 80, 81. I know they don't recommend more than 200 Sims. So I'm wondering how I want to know how many I want to build so I can split them up evenly where I mean, maybe not evenly, but where it makes sense. 76, 77, 78, 79. 30, 31, 32, 33. 34, 35, 6. Wow, there's not a lot here. 30. Wait, I said 36. 86. It's 87, 88. Sorry. 89, 90, 91, 92. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. I love Chestnut Ridge. 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. I want to do probably 3. Okay. I'm not going to have apartments. So I'm going to turn it into maybe a business or one lot. 106. 107, 108, 109, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. Wait, why am I counting by tens now? I'm tired. 116. That's where I am. Oh my gosh. Counting by tens. I'm getting tired. Oh, but I do want to know this before I get off. Okay. 17, 8, 20, 21. Okay. 121 so far. Do I have 2 Chestnut Ridges? Hang on a second. I swear I already opened Chestnut Ridge. That is crazy. No, okay. Yeah, I did. Okay. North Haven. Okay, 120. So I think I'm going to do roughly 130 families or like households. 200 Sims. So I don't think, maybe I can't do that many. On average, I want the max house to, I mean, we'll have some that are 8, some that are 1. But on average, I'm going to say 4. So if they recommend, how many do they recommend? Max recommended is 200 Sims. So if I have 135 lots, that like leaves me with like 1.5 sims per lot. But I don't like those odds. So I think what I'm going to do is 200 divided by 4 on average is 50 families. But then again, like some might be like this family is, 3, there are 2, some might be 5 or 6 or 8, you know what I mean? Like they're 1. So it's going to be anywhere from like, it's probably going to be around like anywhere from 35 to 50 families that we'll do for this save file. And then we'll get to pop in and play different households and build lore and have, drama, build up between, people and have history with certain characters. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And if I start streaming on Thursdays, if that's something you guys are into, I will probably stream because I work some Fridays. So I'll probably stream at 7 and wrap it up around 10. Yeah. And we'll do Mondays. Mondays will have to stay 9 o'clock for me, but I do want to try to keep it around like 11 to 12:30, 1 at the latest on Mondays, which is fine if not everybody can be here with me. But if we can knock out one family, it might to get us to like 35, 40. And we're already at 11. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So mid-September, we will have the amount of sims we want to have in here. That doesn't mean we'll have all the builds we want to have and all the businesses we want to have, but we can start doing rotational gameplay where we build lore starting in September. And then, as we play, we can develop lots and worlds and businesses and remodel businesses and stuff like that. So yeah, I do think by next year, maybe by next spring, I'll have this like completely where I want it. And then we can call this like Haysie save file for any time I start a new challenge. It will not be downloadable, unfortunately, because I do use a few CC on my characters. So, maybe I'll go back in if we want to make it downloadable. Maybe we'll spend a few lives just I'll take the files out of my folder and we can like readjust characters the way they look. But every lot is CC free. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to have a good night's sleep. It is 12:30 roughly where I am. I had a really fun time playing. If you're still playing, I hope you have a good night playing your game and remember to save. Sorry, I have OCD, and so I had to do that whole counting thing I'm sure my number was off. When I watch the replay, I'll probably be like, wow, you jumped around, because I caught myself twice. But roughly we know there's about 135 lots I'd like to put a household family on, but it does recommend only 200 max. So I'm going to try to follow that guideline so the game runs smoothly. Good night. We'll see you guys next week. I might stream this Thursday. I will keep it posted in the chat if you guys are available. It'll be 7 Eastern Standard Time. So whatever that translates for you guys, 7:30. It really depends on my kids and when they go to bed. Or at least if my husband can entertain them while I get set up. But we'll see you then, and you guys have a good night. Bye.